Hello. Well, I realized that I've never done a walkthrough on the travel trailer turned into a she shed craft room project. And I got I got all the curtains finally finished about 2 weeks ago. So I've been wanting to do a walkthrough video and show you all, kind of brag a little bit, flex a little. Anyways, just show off what my eBay earnings have bought me. And the great work Dan did taking out the permanent fixtures out of this 2020 wilderness travel trailer and turning it in to a room I can hang out in during the day and do my girl things and, sew some projects. Like I'm working on a quilt right now. I'm making my very first quilt ever made. I spent several years collecting really good quilting fabric from quilting stores and in colors that I wanted to do. And so anyways, I'm finally able to do that. I have a cat, a big fluffy white ragdoll Siberian cat who, whenever I do a project, he thinks I'm doing it for him and he gets all over it. And he has a lot of cat hair. So having him has kept me from ever being able to really do the crafts I wanted to do because I don't want his hair all over it. It's not for him. It's for me. Anyways, so let me share with you what I did and what Dan did and the progress. So, curtains. I got this beautiful linen fabric from Joann's. Black Friday sale. It was normally $12.99 a yard. I ended up needing 6 yards for all the curtains. And let's see, and I got it for Black Friday, I got it for $6, $5.99 a yard. So that's all the curtains are matching now. So, and I had to do each curtain in a different way. With this curtain, Dan needed to put something up there that we could put a tension rod on. Because the built-ins have this padded stuff up there. And I didn't want to remove that. I wanted to leave that there. So this is how we had to do it. So we got a tension rod. And then I bought those, burnished bronze colored rings with clips. And then just sewed the 2 panels. And it's really nice because they slide back and forth. And then, we had to, all the electrical switches here that used to be on the back of the bench seat in the kitchenette that was removed. Dan had to put those somewhere. So he made a panel in a box and put it up there. And that was just raw wood. So I got some contact paper with leaves and covered it with that. So it looked better. So here's the entry, the door to the trailer. And it's an ugly, basic door. But that window, the glare just hurts my eyes. I have sensitive eyes to light, so I needed a curtain. But once again, I did not want to put holes in the trailer. So I put these command strip, metal-looking hook things and did the rings and clips again. And I just sewed these little tabs. I made hanging tabs with big coconut shell buttons. And so anyways, you just, drop it down. And it has to go up when we're going in and out of the trailer. Otherwise it gets caught in the door. So I drop it down when I'm in here. And then I'm able to shield that glare. Put in a nice shelf here, for my Christian coloring books and my colored pencils and markers and Bibles and, just different things that make me happy when I'm sitting on the reclining love seat with my nice fuzzy blankie. And I have some crochet books and yarn and stuff back there in that basket and the light and, stuff I think I need when I'm sitting there. And I've got a couple lights up there that go over go over the back of me when I want to read, and more crochet yarn and some eBay paperwork. And, you know, there used to be a drop-down Murphy bed in this spot. And that was removed so that we could fit in a couch. And then this oil heater, because it gets below 0 at night and propane is so expensive now, I just run an oil heater at all times. And that way at night it doesn't freeze in here. I still use the propane heat to get the chill out, but that's about it. And I've got these little craft drawers, and it has, it has stuff in it I need. So here's another curtain I made. I don't want to turn the phone sideways, because if I do, then it makes you look at an upside down video. So here's another curtain, and it's actually on a curtain rod. And I had these beige Velcro things that came on a comforter I bought, or a blanket or something, and they kind of match the curtains. So I thought, well, that's a good way to see, and there's Velcro, and I can unvelcro and drop the curtain down, and this thing just slides up and down, and and there's my hippie beaded dream, sun catcher thingy that I made with sea glass and driftwood and agates, and then crystal and glass beads. And all the sea glass and agates are from Crescent City Beaches. Same with the driftwood there. And then I have my little tea station. Here's my kitchen. Now there's a sink under there, but I use this hot water thing and have tea. So there's blinds behind the kitchen sink window. And I made little curtains and put them on a tiny little tension rod. And I've got my little, tea station. I've got various teas in the Pioneer Woman little ceramic drawers there. And I'm going to actually put a bunch of different colored thread on that shelf there and make that cool. But if I need to use the kitchen, I can. The oven and stove work. I've got the microwave, so anyways. So here's where all the magic happens. All these tubs have all the quilting squares I have cut, and I found myself short on a couple of the pieces of fabric, so I'm having to cut a few more squares. So here's the other curtains that go over my main window. So they just, they just slide. And I really needed to have a curtain there, because when I'm on the couch wanting to watch a movie or a video or something, the window, the glare from the window would reflect onto the TV. But I love having the window here. It lets so much natural light in here when I'm working. And this is the fabulous view I have when I'm working at my table, is the shop. Carport and the shop out there. Need to put a mural or something on that wall. We're talking about tilting the trailer in the direction so that I'm able to look out into the pasture that has cows in it in the summer and lots of deer in the winter. So that way I'll have a nice view. And and Dan built me steps and a deck because it's very icy out there all the time. So that's Montana life. Yeah, so this is where the magic happens. I've got all my cool sewing stuff right here. Things I need for sewing, rulers and such, and scissors and such. And so this is where you find me most of the time. So this curtain here, back there, used to be the bunk room. There used to be a bunk bed back there. And that's what came standard in this model. But we didn't want a bunk bed back there. And especially since I'm not living in it. So it has become an eBay storage room for clothing and fabric that I sell on eBay. And craft items. So this curtain was the original curtain to the bunk room. And it was just that plain brown. So instead of buying more of this expensive fabric, I just I added accents to tie it in together by adding a ruffle at the top and then adding a strip of the fabric. And then on the, you know, the Velcro strap that brings the curtain closed, you know, I added more of that fabric. So here, I'll let you look at my quilting strip that I'm working on. That's the quilt I'm working on. You know, the blues and whites for my room. So, where used to be a bunk platform that got removed, and Dan built cabinets around on that side. Underneath is where the outdoor party station kitchen is, the outdoor kitchen on this trailer. And then down in there is the water heater, the door to it, and we couldn't really hide the pipes. But you know, this is my eBay clothes and fabric and crafting items that I have for sale. You know, and even that stuff there is for sale on eBay. And although in there I have patterns and beads, my beading, and some books I just listed on eBay that I have to package up. Okay, and you know, it's great that I can hang my iron and ironing board right here. And then I have cabinets right here that I also keep extra purses and handbags and totes that I have for sale on eBay. I keep them in these cabinets. And sorry if I'm making you dizzy moving around so quickly. So this is the bathroom. It's a mess. Well, it's not really a mess. It's actually kind of organized. It's organized exactly how I want it, so it's not really messy. It just doesn't look like a bathroom because I'm not using it as a bathroom. I'm using it for fabric storage. Like that bin right there and that basket are fabrics that I have bought at yard sales and thrift stores that I laundered, and now I have to iron, and I slowly list on eBay with vintage fabrics. And then I made this hanging thing with these pockets, you know, for the fabric I've processed, and, you know, and so I made a curtain in the bathroom that ties in with all the other curtains. And, you know, it's lined. I lined it. I wanted extra. And then, you know, of course there's the window. But there's the curtains. So in the shower, I have 2 flat tubs of quilting fabric and fabric I've bought over the years with my eBay earnings for different sewing projects I want to do in the future. Been waiting a few years for the she shed to come together. You know, this bathroom is a functioning bathroom, but we have it de-winterized because of the sub-zero. But in the summer, we will, you know, de-winterize it, and I'll be able to actually use it if I want to. For now, I go in the house and it's okay. So, here she is in all her glory. All right. Thanks for coming to my she shed. Talk to you soon. Bye.